maybe you do have a spirit with you.
Cool.
I did see some movement behind you a little bit ago. I couldn't tell if it was just your shadow, but I was like, maybe I should. That's why we needed to get recording. We got to catch it on camera.
I've got my spirit box. Hold on. Let me plug it in.
I'll start asking questions.
Yes.
Put on your blindfold. Let's do this.
Hold on. It's in the other room.
What if I see like something happening and I just start screaming at you and you cannot hear it?
That's actually so scary.
Yeah, that's terrifying. We should make a movie.
We should make a movie for sure. And also for real life, I should have my phone on me so you can call and I'll feel the vibration.
Oh, smart. That's very smart. Oh, God.
I'm a problem solver.
You really are. That's perfect. Oh, God.
Okay. Are we ready?
I think so.
Okay. Hi, welcome to Never Show the Monster. I'm Kelly Attaway.
I'm Chelsea Hollander.
And today we are continuing our series on party games with the 2012 movie Would You Rather. And I would like to open this episode with two sincere apologies.
Oh.
One, this episode's late. Sorry. Things and life also got in the way. It was a good reason, I think. Well, no, it was a lot of crises. And also I went to the Mothman Festival. And then my second apology, that one's great. The other, all the emergencies weren't. And then the second apology is this a bad movie? So
if you watched it, we're sorry.
So sorry.
And I knew that. I did know that going into this.
I don't know.
But I was like, maybe I'm forgetting something because I have revisited movies that I have watched. And I've been like, I like it so much more this time than I liked it the first time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an example because I know we have a couple, but no, yours is the one, The Unholy. I can't think of, which is now your favorite movie.
God damn it, I love The Unholy.
But there have been a decent amount of movies that I've revisited that I was like, I do not remember it being that good. And
well, I sort of feel like Unfriended has kind of become that.
Yeah, we haven't even watched it again. We have just talked ourselves into loving it, which I'm not even mad at.
No, not at all. And I've heard Unfriended 2 is legitimately really good. So I might need to do a quick little double feature, rewatch and a new watch.
Maybe that'll be another one of our shooting the shits.
Spoilers. No, this movie, we'll get into it. I do want to tell you a little bit about the Mothman Festival, if you were open to hearing some of it.
Yes.
So, went to Point Pleasant, West Virginia for the Mothman Festival, and I'm not going to get too far into the details on this episode, but there will be a Debut Buddies episode about it airing in early November. But the thing that I want to ask you about today is, are you familiar with, how do I describe it? It's a genre of cryptid memorabilia, maybe a trucker hat, maybe a t-shirt, maybe a bumper sticker, specifically related to cryptids.
Okay.
That weirdly sexualize the cryptid. Are you familiar with any of this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
The first time I became aware of it was actually a Kyle Kinane bit years ago. And it was, I don't even really remember the bit, but in this like made up story, or I don't know, maybe it was real. He fucks Bigfoot.
Okay.
and jokes about having a hat that is essentially like, I fucked Bigfoot on my camping trip or whatever.
Okay.
And I see t-shirts like this a lot, but I guess I had totally forgotten because I hadn't been around like a big group of weirdos in a while.
Huh.
And so I get to the festival and like the first thing I see is like a group of women dressed as Mothman.
Beautiful. Love it.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, love them. Then the second thing I see is a gal wearing a shirt that was so direct. It wasn't even a joke. It wasn't even like, it didn't feel like outlandish, like an exaggeration. It was just matter-of-factly, I sucked Mothman's dick in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Well, that is where you should do it, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's where you find him, I suppose.
You're like, okay. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. I was trying to think of if I would even want to say that about a celebrity or someone, like if I would want to advertise that.
No, I don't want to do it to a person. I don't want to do it about a person.
Just a cryptid? Okay.
Cryptid, maybe a fictional person.
Okay, that's fair.
Like
someone from a character.
I sucked Harry Potter's dick at platform 9 3/4 or whatever.
Okay. After he graduated, or like
yeah. Or alternately when I was his age.
Okay, that's
you know what I mean?
That's fine. Yeah, we were the same age. Like
we were the same age.
Up with him. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
No funny business.
Age gaps. Okay, great. I'm into that. Okay, that's fine. I'm not into that. I want to get out of this.
I know what you mean. Okay, let's get back to monsters.
Oh my God.
I mean, we've been through Texarkana. We could do one about Bigfoot and the Legend of Boggy Creek, right? We can be like,
no.
Bigfoot gave me a piggyback ride through the swamp. Wait, hold on. These are supposed to be sexual. Hold on. Bigfoot gave me a naked piggyback ride through the swamp. I'm not very creative.
I feel like I'd. Oh no. I'm trying to think of like those really terrible novels or books, trashy novels that were like sex books.
Romance novels.
Yeah, but with
called.
Bigfoot. But like, have like the cover of that, like Bigfoot kind of as Fabio.
I took such a deep breath that I like choked on my own spit. I love this idea.
Yeah, you got like a Bigfoot Fabio, and he's strong and he's gonna protect you, and that's what's important.
Yes. And he's not just got like the long Fabio hair; it's long everywhere, like luscious, and
just like
curly locks, blowing in the wind. But you can still see his abs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're like hairy abs, but they're there.
Sure. Yeah. I love this idea. And I also just remembered. Trademark. We've got our first merch idea. This is probably our like 30th merch idea. We just never write them down.
One day we'll have a store. One day it'll have that.
One day. Are you familiar with I guess you'd call him a romance novelist, Chuck Tingle?
Tingle?
Yeah, Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle. No.
Let's see. I'm not going to remember very many details. All of his books were titled like Pounded in the Ass by whoever. I don't know. Whatever.
By My Handsome Sentient Library Card.
Yeah, it's always stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I'm seeing it.
I think it's supposed to be funny. He did, or I've made this up, which would be horrible, but we'll find out. He did a Mothman erotica.
Oh, that's cute. And was he there? Did he sign autographs?
You know, I didn't see him, but maybe I was just in the wrong part of the festival. No, I heard part of the Mothman erotica he did, and it wasn't Mothman specific. It was just like normal erotica, and we just called a character Mothman.
Oh, I have Mothman mailman makes a special delivery in our butts. Is that?
That's got to be it. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, so he just changes the names to cryptids? That's not fair.
Yeah, I was like, that's not.
You really got to build that character.
Any research. Yeah. I want to see some glowing red eyes. I want to see some, you know what? I'll even accept like chapstick. We can even do movie Mothman. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I don't know. I'll get off my high horse.
I mean, I think we would have to read it to critique it. So I might have to go in and figure out what's going on there. I'm not going to buy it. My ads will get real weird if I buy it.
Incognito mode. Or insert ad for, what's that VPN that is advertised on every podcast?
Are we allowed to say it because they're not sponsoring us? There's multiple. We got Nord. We got Shark.
Nord.
Something Shark.
Nord is who I was thinking of. NordVPN, brought to you by Chuck Tingle's Boner.
Amen.
Yeah. My question, though, was what if you, like, uncover something about yourself? What if you're reading a Mothman erotica and you're like,
would you rather?
Oh, my. Hit me with it.
Sleep with Mothman or Bigfoot?
Okay, I have so many follow-up questions.
All right.
Which depiction of each? Like, are we talking like Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot plus, I don't know. There are so many different depictions of Mothman, and sometimes he doesn't even have a neck.
That like this, so like that statue, but it's real. So it's not made of metal, but it's for real.
Oh, huh. I guess I gotta go Bigfoot on this one.
All right.
What, are you going Mothman?
No, I would not. I don't think I could. I'm so afraid of him.
Yeah, you just made a face like you were judging me.
Bugs. But I still, I don't know.
The statue is a weird.
That
depiction.
as a statue, I know it's very large, and it's like.
It's not actually that big. It's just normal person stuff.
Man, as a tiny person, I think every time somebody takes a picture, they just go really low, which is
it's like up on a plinth, so I can see why it would look tall so in
that
photos.
Might be why.
Yeah, but it's just like a guy on a plinth.
Okay. Would you rather have a conversation with Bigfoot or Mothman?
Oh, Mothman.
Okay. Would you rather have definitive proof of Mothman or Bigfoot?
Boy. So, okay. In the definitive proof of Mothman specifically, do I just have proof that he exists, or do I also have the information about his like motives and whether or not he caused the bridge to collapse?
No. You know nothing about like his motive. You know nothing about, but you have definitive proof that they exist.
Okay.
Completely definitive proof. So like eventually you could get to that.
Yeah.
But it's only to know that they exist. So like Bigfoot, I mean, I guess motive's unnecessary, but then you would wonder, are there more big feet? Is that how Bigfoot's?
No,
I'm sorry,
it's unfortunately
my bad.
Bigfoot's. Yeah.
I apologize to the community.
No, regrettably, that's what it is. Actually, he and or they find that term offensive. They prefer Sasquatch.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Sasquatch.
Okay. Follow-up question about the definitive proof. Is this just for me and my heart and mind?
No, the world knows.
Can I present the world? Okay, so then I've got to go Bigfoot on this one simply because nobody knows who the fuck Mothman is. So I'd be like, Mothman is real. And they'd be like,
okay.
Who?
They'd be like, that's cool, Kelly. That's all right.
Yeah, they'd be like, lock her up. So I got to go Bigfoot in the hope, because here's my goal with that, is that people will be like, sick, if Bigfoot exists. Ooh. Then like what else is out there? So I think that we can get like a movement going. Although, a lot of people feel like they just heard that the government said that UFOs exist, which is not what happened. That's not what they said. And they're like, whatever. So I don't know how compelling this would actually be.
Yeah. Is that what they're going to release next? If the government is covering it up, I'm not telling you to prove that Bigfoot's real, but if you do it, I think that would make higher headlines if you want to throw out a really... but then they'll just be like, it's a guy in a suit. Ugh. I don't know. How is the proof definitive? You have to have a body? I don't want to do that. I don't want to trap. I don't want to trap Sasquatch. I want Sasquatch to be free. I want Sasquatch to live its life. Free. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't want to take any of these cryptids. Like, I want definitive proof, but I don't want them to be... I don't want to trap them. I don't want to lock them down. I want them to be free. I want them to find their passion.
Yeah. Painting, maybe. Or...
Oh, beautiful.
Helping Bigfoot youth succeed. you know?
Is there a movie where Sasquatch
Bigfoot
is
prison reform?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a soccer coach. That's what I was going for.
No, that's good too. It could be like, or
Trademark.
Bigfoot player. We could do Air Bud. Oh no, this is Teen Wolf. I'm inventing Teen Wolf.
We're going to say Air Bud, but with a werewolf.
Air Bud, but with Bigfoot.
I love it. Let's do it.
Green light. Oh, God. Okay. We're sort of taking our time getting around to this movie because it's not.
We don't have a bunch
great
to say about it.
Yeah. But
we're going to try.
We're going to try. So the movie is called Would You Rather? And here is a summary that I pulled from Wikipedia. Iris is a young woman who is desperately trying to find a way to afford her brother Rayleigh's leukemia. Rayleigh. I had to say it that way because I was like, is that a name?
That's a name, yeah.
Rayleigh's leukemia treatment. Their oncologist introduces Iris to Shepard Lambrick, a wealthy philanthropist who offers her a deal. If she wins a dangerous game at a dinner party hosted by Shepard, he will pay for Rayleigh's treatment and use his foundation's influence to find a bone marrow donor. And the dinner party game is Would You Rather, and it turns deadly so fast.
Yeah, pretty quick.
So fast. And that is the only thing that happens quickly in this movie. Everything else is very slow. So facts and figures, it came out in 2000. Well, it came out at a horror festival called Screamfest in 2012. And then it had a limited theatrical release in 2013. And it seems like it went straight to video on demand, which I guess happens pretty frequently these days. But at the time, that was like,
I'm actually shocked. I thought it went to theaters. So
it had a limited theatrical release.
Oh, okay.
But the way it was phrased, it seemed like they happened at the same time. I did not actually check dates, though, so maybe I'm totally wrong. And would you like to take a guess at the tagline?
Would you rather? Do you want to play a game? Wait, no, that's Saw.
Oh, it is, huh?
Wait, is that the same? Is that it?
It's not that, but it is close. It is Tell Yourself It's Just a Game.
Okay.
Which I think for the premise of the movie could have been. The premise is an interesting idea. Mm-hmm. And then the movie just doesn't work. So written by, oh boy. Let me take a deep breath before I try to say this guy's last name. Written by Stefan Schlachtenhofen. Do you want to try? Would you like to try?
Absolutely not. When you asked me, like, do you have anything to say about it? I was like, that is the only thing that I want to talk about is how to pronounce his last name because I could not. Can I spell it?
Yeah. I mean, can you? I don't know that I could.
Is Schlachtenhaufen, which might be easy to pronounce in other languages. Schlachtenhofen. Yeah, I think Schlachtenhofen is probably correct.
I think there's a back. The CH is in the back. I didn't take any German. Here's why I feel at all capable of this is because I was in choir for so many years and we sang so many German songs. But I could be totally wrong. I do not know. Here's what I do know about this guy. I looked through his IMDb and was like, don't recognize. Wrote an episode of Ancient Aliens. Yep.
I was about to be like, those episodes are written?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. Good. Great. He does a bunch of visual effects, which is nice.
Oh, shit. I didn't even look at that. Interestingly, he was not listed in the at least not the special makeup effects for this movie. So I guess
the special makeup effects were fine. Like, I wouldn't say...
No,
this is a difficult movie because this is one that wasn't so bad that it was, like, good because it was bad. No. It was just, like, mid. It was very mid, and it was hard. It was difficult.
Lower mid.
Yeah.
Lower mid.
Yeah.
The director is David Guy Levy, who has worked with the writer a handful of times.
On Ancient Aliens? Mm-hmm.
No, not on that one.
The Mandela Effect?
No, they've done... Yes, yeah. And a couple other things. I just didn't recognize any of them. And then the special makeup effects artists are Chris Bear, who worked on things like Jurassic Park 3. Not the Chris Pratt ones, like Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, I remember that one. I liked that one.
Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool, I think.
That's
a couple
good.
Star Trek vehicles.
And
and
I would
Ender's
say that
Game.
part's good. Like, I thought that they did well on...
Hold on, listen to the last one. And the new The Thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. I did like the new The Thing.
I still haven't watched it. But if he was doing special makeup effects, it was not the CG portion. So. And then the other special makeup effects artist is Josh Russell.
From Wisconsin? Sorry.
Oh.
Schlottenhofen.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. Isn't there like a
big German community?
Well, I know that there's a big Dutch community, and so I guess I wouldn't be super surprised if there were...
I don't know anything about any place. Oh.
Immigrants? No, we're ignorant. That's fine. That's well established on the show. Honestly, at this point, we would be betraying our brand if we were to learn anything. So... so the second special makeup effects artist is Josh Russell, who hadn't done a ton, but he had done The Night House, which I really liked, and I know you haven't seen yet. As well as the new Hellraiser, which
I loved.
Looked great.
Yeah. And the effects or the makeup and everything, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yep. So this guy was at least on set. It didn't look like he was the lead.
I'm trying to
special makeup artist.
I wouldn't call out anything being like grossly unbelievable in it, but it wasn't anything that deserved heavy makeup artistry or effects even.
No, for how many deaths occur, it's all pretty straightforward.
Yeah. And
it's
not
all like...
I think... No, I don't want to say that. I was going to say, I think we could have like recreated the deaths pretty easily in terms of effects. But I don't want to like poo-poo on their work. Maybe we couldn't. Maybe it's something that's like harder if you do it.
I don't think that I could have done any of the close-up stuff. But all of the like blood splatter, I bet we could swing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay, let's go through this. So movie starts, everyone's at a table.
Hold on.
Oh, okay, don't want to get too far.
Let's get through the leads.
Sorry.
Let's get through the leads and then let's get into it.
I just got so excited to talk about this movie that I love so much.
You're right. I shouldn't have cut you off
bad.
because that enthusiasm is now gone forever.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk fast.
No,
so we've got Brittany Snow as Iris. She's our main character, our main protagonist, hot off the heels of Pitch Perfect.
Yep.
We've got Jeffrey Combs as Shepard Lambrick. He's our main antagonist. I don't know this actor. We've got speaking of names,
he looks like Rob Lowe's brother. That's not helpful. In his picture, he looks like Rob Lowe's brother, but it's not Rob Lowe's brother. I saw it and I immediately was like, oh, Rob Lowe's brother was in this. And then I got very upset when I looked at his IMDb. But I'm sure he's great in everything else.
Yeah, no, perfectly serviceable.
Yeah,
bad
he
guy.
did all right.
And then we've got Enver.
Who?
Jokic.
Who are we talking about?
This is Lucas from Dollhouse. Well, Victor from Dollhouse and Lucas in this movie.
Oh.
Handsome.
Is it
Jokaj?
Enver Jokaj?
Yep, that sounds good. Let's say that. That's it. I think the G is silent. I think it's probably Jokaj.
Yeah, that's probably right.
There's a comedian in Denver. Actually, I think he's moved to LA, but his name is David Bory. So fucking funny. If you have an opportunity to go see David Bory live, absolutely do. His last name is spelled Gbori.
Gabori.
Yeah, David. It's just the B, and his Twitter handle is the G is silent,
Good.
but it looks like the jizzlant.
Oh.
So every time, I don't know. I just remember the first time I followed him and I was like, what? Oh, the G is silent. Probably took me 6 months to realize that's what it meant. Yeah, so Lucas. We've got Johnny Coyne as Bevins, and I'm only mentioning him because he's my very favorite character. Then there are a bunch of other party guests. We've got John Hurd, the dad from Home Alone. We've got Charlie Hoffmeyer, who was Peggy's beatnik boyfriend in Mad Men. We've got Robin Lord Taylor, who I do not know or recognize, but when
in Gotham.
He's the Penguin in Gotham. Yeah. And I think he was in one of the John Wicks.
Oh, I didn't watch them yet.
No, nor did I.
I keep holding them off because I really want to watch them, and then it's getting to that point where it becomes something that I don't watch because I've put it off for too long.
Oh, sure. Well, tune in next fortnight for our new series on the John Wicks. No, but there's one other actor that I want to point out. Sasha Grey.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Sasha Grey?
Yes.
The porn star? Why do I racked my brain trying to think, why do I know Sasha Grey?
Why did you know her? Because I know why I know her.
Well, okay, so I knew her, I think I know her.
Did you know her from a porn specifically?
No, no. In fact, I recognized her from this movie. Like I don't think that I'd ever seen her before except for this movie, which I didn't even realize until the end of the movie. But I knew her name and I knew some facts about her. And I think that I know that I heard an interview with her on a podcast.
Yeah.
And I am pretty sure, that's where you know her from? Was it The Champs?
So I don't know her from a podcast, but I was talking to somebody about how somebody else was talking about porn stars on podcasts. And they said, I think Sasha Grey is really great on podcasts. And I was like, oh. And then that name cemented in my head. And I literally watched the movie that night. And I was like, what the fuck?
Weird synchronicity.
Yeah. So I was like, so she's in podcast. Is she great? Is she good to listen to a podcast? Does she have a lot of insightful things to say?
Okay.
Maybe not.
I only remember, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure I heard her on The Champs, which was a podcast hosted by Neil Brennan and Moshe Kasher. And for a while, DJ Doug Pound. And this was 10 years ago, 12 years ago that I would have been listening to this.
Wow.
So I couldn't really remember. I remembered one snippet of the interview that I am not even certain was The Champs. And it's not it's not insightful at all. The gentlemen were just like, hey, I noticed you have full bush. And we don't see that a lot in
good
porn.
for her.
What is that about? And she had she is clearly thinking about her spot in the field because she was like, I don't have big boobs. I don't have wide hips. So I needed something to stand out. And I was like, okay, Sasha,
creativity,
business mogul, entrepreneur.
I like it. I like what she's doing.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
And she's in this movie. I was going to say she's good in it.
She's in it. She's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's her fault.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think that she was capable of showing what her acting ability is in this film.
She wasn't given a lot to work with. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
She did a good job of being unlikable, and her character was supposed to be unlikable.
Crushed that.
The character was not complex.
She seemed truly haunted. Yeah, she gets a glimmer of complexity right before her death.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. Well, you gave me a little bit of attachment and then immediately just...
Oh, and we're gone.
There was
And we're done.
only, like, this was a movie that, we've talked about it before. You got to be attached to the characters, and I did not get attached to any of the characters, and they tried very hard to attach you to them too. Like I couldn't get attached to anybody, and I didn't get attached to anybody, and they didn't make them unlikable, and they made them like, I guess there was only one that I was sad about, and it wasn't the ones that people would probably think, I guess.
Was it Cal?
Is that the one? No, it was Travis.
I don't even know if that's the right name. Oh, Travis. Yeah.
Travis was the only one that I was like, fuck, that's not fair. I hate everything. This is the only thing that's not okay.
Okay. We will get to Travis in a moment. You'd seen this movie before. Is that right? And you did not remember it, or?
It was that, yeah.
Yeah.
Short answer, yes. Long answer is,
yeah.
I had watched it. I remembered very, like, parts of it. So, like, as I was watching it, I was like, oh, I know the outcome. So, as you're watching it, you're like, oh, I know the outcome.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I don't think I comprehended it when I watched it originally. And I think I just, like, watched it for it's like when we watched those messed up movies. I was like, I'm just going to watch it for the gross parts.
Oh, this would have been, like, ramping up on our fucked up movie.
Yeah.
Obsession.
Yeah. So I mean, the cover of the poster looks like it's going to be gross as fuck.
Oh, boy. Mm-hmm.
But it's not that bad.
No. No. In fact, the image on the poster is the one scene that, like, had me react in the movie. Mm-hmm. Which, if you've seen the poster, or if you haven't seen the poster, well, I guess either way, this is what the poster looks like, whether or not you've seen it. It's a close-up of an eye. And is the razor on the poster?
Yeah, the razor's right next to the eyeball.
Oh, boy. Oh, God, eyeball stuff. Yeah, I don't think that I had seen this end to end, but when we got to the scene, Sasha Grey's big scene, I was like, oh, I've seen this part. Like, I remember the wallpaper. I don't even remember
you were like,
character or the plot.
Decor. This is all I
remember
retained.
The wallpaper. Very on brand.
So wait, did you watch it before?
I don't think that I had seen the whole thing. I think that I'd probably caught
a clip or something,
part
or
of
just,
it. Yeah.
In the background.
Although there's a very real possibility that you and I watched this in 2013
together. Yeah, there's a good. Yeah. That's fair. I think that might have happened.
That's like a non-zero chance. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what I thought going into this. I thought that it was going to be dumber. I thought it was going to be more like knowingly dumb.
No,
but it's not.
It took itself too seriously.
Way too seriously, and it's very bleak.
Yeah.
Like from the get-go, it's very bleak. Like everything is sort of sepia toned.
And it could have played so well with that, though. Like, especially the part where they tried to run away. That could have been real funny.
Oh my God.
That could have been
so funny. And there are a few scenes where it's like almost funny. Mm-hmm. And I was like, more of that. And so I was looking at the writer-director's history. Mm-hmm. And one of them, I think it was the director, has some UCB history.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, you've got a comedy background.
Why didn't you throw it in there, man?
Yeah, do that. Like, you tried to make a drama, but horror.
Maybe it was the studio. Maybe the studio was like, no one's going to like the comedy in this. Because it also has a lot of comedic actors. Okay, has at least one.
Tell me more.
Because
the guy who stabs the old woman.
What?
Which one?
Cal. Cal is from My Name Is Earl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it seemed like everybody had kind of a little bit of a comedy background and could do comedy, but then.
And then we just didn't.
We didn't.
Oh, God. And the pacing of this is really strange. Like, everything is very slow. I was like, I was going through, I think I watched it on Prime, and I was going through trying to find out if I could watch it on 1.25 speed. I was like, I need it just to go a little faster. And everything was very stilted. Like, there are scenes in this movie where something happens and there's a full 2 seconds before anybody reacts. And I'm like, why didn't we fix this in post? Edit that out. And then there's negative chemistry.
Yeah.
And it was really the chemistry that made me feel like, was this the studio or did it just fucking suck to film?
Lucas, I feel like, was given a lot. I feel like he was really trying to connect and
oh yeah.
And I felt him, and we watched Dollhouse. I love him.
Yeah.
So I already went in loving him, and even they made it hard for me. And he was even
I know,
being almost one of the characters that he was on that show. And I was still I can't. I am still not that. I don't care. I don't care what happens.
I was trying so hard. And Brittany Snow, pitch perfect. I love her. And I just couldn't.
Even then, you're
I couldn't get there. My favorite character is Bevins. He's a bad guy.
And he is probably also the funniest one in the movie.
He's for sure the funniest one in the movie. He was stealing the show.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. So the movie starts. You were going to say something about that earlier, and then I cut you off.
No.
Do we remember what it was?
Everyone's there for money. They all sit around a table. And the first thing he does is he tells Iris, I will give you money to eat meat because you're a vegetarian. And pretty quickly she eats a steak, which I'm
so
fine.
fast.
And I'm but I'm also, I don't know. I'm not a vegetarian. I do eat primarily vegetarian, but I'm not a vegetarian. So I don't have that moral dilemma that she probably had. But I was if you give me $5,000, I might eat a steak.
So he offered her $10,000.
Oh, just kidding. I have lower standards.
I did the inflation from 2012 to now.
Oh my God, it's
$13,000. Yeah, it's not a huge difference.
I would have taken.
But no, go on.
I also think inflation is wrong right now when you use those calculators. It's fine.
Oh.
I think inflation is way worse than it actually is, and
that's probably true. Yeah.
It's a nightmare. If you look at the people who compare their shopping carts from just 2 years ago to now, it's 40 to 100% depending on the item. It's fucking
it is
wild.
Crazy. It is truly crazy right now.
Back to the
we
issue
should all
at
be
hand.
vegetarian just for our wallets. No, okay. So I was thinking about that because I was vegetarian for 1,000 years, and any minute I'm going to be vegetarian again because if I think about it for too long, it freaks me out.
That's fair.
I absolutely, if he was I will give you $10,000 to eat a steak, I'd be I'll do too.
Well, I thought about the amount of times that somebody's here's a weird piece of food. Would you eat it for this amount? I'm I would eat it to try it anyway. I like food. But if somebody was do you want to eat this? And it's a specific animal, I might be no, because I feel weird. I think I would still, if somebody if somebody was to offer me horse and not pay me, the caveat of not paying me for, if they were I'll give you a couple grand for eating horse, I'd probably be okay. But if they were no money, and I'd be no, I'm never going to try that. No, thank you. I don't want to add to that.
No, I'm not eating horse for no money.
Yeah.
But I was thinking
which I guess
so
is
now,
maybe I'm going to be a vegetarian in this episode. Maybe I'm going to become vegetarian because of the fact that I'm about to talk myself into, because I do love chickens. I do love cows. I think that they're beautiful creatures, and it is, oh God. Okay,
so,
we need to move away from this.
No, I have one more thought.
Okay.
So do you remember we were together at one, the day that I decided to be vegetarian for the first time?
Was it when we were in LA?
It was when we were in LA, and I was served chicken on the bone, and I was fighting back tears.
I can almost sit back into it. It was a full chicken mole. They gave us the entire chicken with mole on it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember it very vivid.
I was
vividly.
Remove it. I cannot move it to the other side of the table. I can't look at this. Yeah. I'm eating chips and salsa. And so I was thinking about that for this scene. Mm-hmm. Would I eat chicken on the bone for $13,000? And I don't know.
You would just cry through it.
Yeah.
We're in a capitalistic hellscape. You have to fucking do it.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
Oh,
but what if they
no.
were like, would you eat this cat for $13,000?
Yeah, that part I was like,
no.
Well, but then you have to go through the moral dilemma of it's already dead, and you're like, and I need the money, and then you have to go through that. But then what if they were like, would you eat this human?
Which human?
Please tell me more about it. Were they a manager? Sorry.
It's Elon Musk.
Gladly, you don't even have to pay me. Let's do
Yeah, bitch,
it.
serve it up twice.
Oh no.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to think of what I would eat.
I mean, if they were like petty, would you eat petty?
No, fuck no.
Your cat.
I would murder everybody in that room for even suggesting it.
I would kill myself. I cannot.
I would be like, did you kill my fucking cat? And then I would kill them.
Yeah.
Like,
we're going full John Wick
on this. You could not. And everything I've been through in the last couple of weeks, I'm at the edge right now. Don't even suggest it. I might just go do it tonight for fun.
Yeah, I have so much rage. Oh my God. And this isn't even the first round.
No, they haven't gotten to that yet.
Would You Rather. This is pre-game. So the first round of Would You Rather is they like hook you up to like a
electric shock.
I guess it's a big battery. Yeah.
Yeah, a battery.
Like, would you shock yourself? Would you rather shock yourself or shock whoever they hook it up to, which is sometimes an old lady? Or there was a lot of misogyny in this. Like, would you hurt this woman? And I would absolutely shock myself.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I didn't even, shock myself. And then, like,
hands down.
I might not do, because there are ones because Lucas asked for double shocks. And he was like, go ahead and shock me again. And I was like, I mean, everyone can get one shock and it'll be fine. Everyone just needs one shock. Everyone just shock yourself. Yep. Shock your motherfucking self.
Shock yourself. My note is like, it just takes one person to flip this, right? Like one person makes the choice to shock the next person. And now you're in like somebody has to do two.
Yeah.
Or now we're shocking other people.
Which that's what you come to whenever, because that goes all the way around and it finishes. Everyone survives. But then it comes to the Jambach? The Jambach or the stabbing someone in the leg with an ice pick.
Yep.
So
this was the hardest.
I don't know what I would. I guess that depends on where you sit in the line.
Well, oh God. Okay, so yeah, like Chelsea said, everybody survives electrocution. The next round is Jambach, which is like a brutal whip. And would you rather do that or ice pick somebody? But it's all Travis.
Yeah, you have to hit Travis.
Travis had been antagonizing Shepard's son, who is a little weasel. Bitch. And so Travis gets picked on.
Do you think that's what they told the casting person? Like, find the weaseliest weasel that you can weasel.
The weaseliest weasel.
Because I think they found him, and I'm actually impressed with that casting decision.
Yeah, he is
very weaselly.
Weaselly as fuck. And so, yeah, this round is like 3 lashings with this whip to Travis or ice picking somebody else in the leg. And
nobody wants to ice pick anyone because they think that ice picking will kill them.
Which I
mean, there is an artery in the leg. If you hit the artery, you will bleed out. But
I do see why the first person would whip Travis. I see that.
Yeah.
But then once I see the carnage of that, I'm going stab. I didn't understand how severe the whip was, and now I'm going stab. And here's why. It's a tiny ice pick. So, like,
as long as you don't get the artery.
And
if you're
to be fair, I do not know where the artery is.
Can I just stab? I mean, if you just go
I'm
very
aiming to
close to the
graze.
skin. Like, don't go inner thigh. Avoid that.
No.
Go very far. Should I Google where the artery's on the inside, right?
I think so, because it goes up through the groin, right?
Yeah, that makes okay. We're there. So just stab them on the outside. So then it's like they just get like a weird leg piercing.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This would stress me out, especially because like at some point, is it Cal who he needs to stab or whip Travis? They were like, finish off Travis. And he still chooses to whip Travis because he doesn't want to kill somebody with the ice pick. And I was like, you're still about to kill Travis.
Yeah,
like, it's a murder
no matter
what,
someone's going to die.
Like, do the stab. Think you're like, let's reframe it. You're not sparing, I guess you're sparing a life either way. I was just going to say you're saving Travis's life by stabbing somebody
but they were
else.
like, maybe Travis is going to die no matter what because of his injuries.
Maybe.
I don't know. Travis was the only one that I was like, Travis didn't deserve to die. I don't know about any of these other people, but Travis didn't deserve to die.
And he was like ex-military. It is very rare for us to be like on his side.
I don't know. People in the military have been conned by our government, so I don't want to blame anybody in the military.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm going to edit that out because I disagree with what I said.
We don't like cops. Military is okay. Cops. Military could go either way. Some people in the military become cops and then it goes in a bad direction. Some people in the military have really fucked up shit happen to them and have to deal with it.
Which this one must have, or he wouldn't be at this dinner party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we love Travis.
Aww. We love Travis. This did have one of the funny scenes in the movie.
Where they accidentally murder the lady?
Yeah. I mean,
I just thought that was a funny scene.
Because he was like, I mean, you're in a wheelchair. You can't feel your legs.
She's not wrong. He's not wrong. Like,
he's not wrong.
I was like, that's valid. And then they kind of agree on it. And then he murders her. And I was like, dude, did you see where you stabbed? Like, what is wrong with you?
He didn't do a good stabbing job. And then he was like, where do I put the tourniquet? Is it above or below? Is it above or below? Like, stupid. It's above. What are you doing?
Anyway, so then old lady dies. And Travis is dead.
Old lady dies. I don't think that Travis was dead because Bevins comes over to Shep. Is it cool if I call him Shep? You know what? Sure, I'm going to call him Shep and Bev. I've decided I'm doing casual first name basis. I like it. But Bev comes over to Shep and is like, Travis can't, he's still alive, but he can't continue the game. Let's carry him out. So they like...
Oh, they said he's still alive? I thought he was super dead.
Maybe he died after that conversation and I missed it. I wasn't necessarily.
It's like, this conversation's too much. I gotta go. Bye.
It's just on my phone a lot, I think. As evidenced by this next scene. So there's like an escape attempt. Mm-hmm. And here's how I perceived it. They're like taking Travis out of the room mm-hmm. and they've opened the doors, yes. right? They like locked them in. So they've opened the doors to get Travis out. And Lucas just yells,
go.
Scatter.
Yeah.
And they all like run. Is that all it was? Was that the extent of the escape plan? Like just yell now and we all hope.
They all talked about how they were going to, who they were going to, I think each person talked about how they could fight or who they would fight. So he was like, I'll go for him. I'll go for him. At some point. Okay. It was earlier on in the film.
But Sasha Grey was like, I'm not doing it.
She was not a part of it. She was going to go through with the game. I think it felt like she already knew what she was getting into when she started the game.
I think that she probably had the roughest life for the longest.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think that she's been going through it since she was a kid. Of course. So she got in here and was like, yeah, she was like, it might as well be fucking happening. Yeah. Like, of course, this is what I got myself into. What's next
And I think right before that, she also stabbed Iris in the ribs because she was like, can I stab her anywhere? And they're like, boo, can't stab her in the
anywhere
heart.
Below the head.
Oh, yeah. There was like...
They didn't even...
She could have stabbed her in the heart. I don't know why she...
She could have stabbed her in the heart.
She didn't do that. She just went for the ribs and was like, boop.
Yeah, just a little.
And she's
just
fine. You can do that. That's okay. We stabbed what's-her-face in the leg, but you can stab someone in the ribs and it's fine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know the rules. Yeah, so we've got this escape attempt. Pretty much everybody is incapacitated, like, immediately.
Yeah.
Only Iris makes it out of the room.
And luckily, Iris's brother's doctor shows up, who got her into this mess and was like, look, I must save you, and immediately gets shot. So his character was unnecessary for the entire movie.
I also was like, what would you do that? Would you try to instigate an insurrection? Would you try to break in to save them?
Are you trying to ask me a would you rather?
Yeah. Well, not even a would you rather, but like, would you do either of those things?
No, I would go to the cops. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of other options. There's a lot of other options. I would not take a tiny gun. I would be full on.
Little tiny gun.
Strapped with everything, and I would have bulletproof everything,
Rambo?
And I'd be like, taking them all down, because everyone's evil. Like,
you're going John Wick again.
Yeah, that's what you do. You go full on. You go full on and you just take them all down.
And I would have, like, cut the power first. I'm in here with, like, my night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Like,
you know Bevins is
why
there.
Are you
Bevins
just in here?
Has been there for years. You met Bevins before.
Dude.
You know what you're up
Bevins.
against. You know that tiny little thing you brought wasn't going to do shit?
No, dude. And this was another scene. This shouldn't have been funny, but it was. He, like, comes in and is like, he essentially is like, I'm here to save you. And then immediately gets shot in the head. I thought that was funny. Just that timing of, like.
And that's why you love Bevins.
That's why I love, that was the moment I knew. Actually, the moment I knew I loved Bevins is coming up. But before we get there, this is one of the scenes, like when Iris runs out of the room, this is one of the scenes where the timing is really strange. Like, Shep notices that Iris is gone and says to Bevins, Bevins, the door was unlocked. And there's like 2 full seconds where the camera is just on Bevins' like empty face. And then he springs into action. And I was like, what just happened?
He had to register. They wanted to make it real time like a person. Not like a movie.
So long. Oh my God. I was like, did I accidentally get like the unedited cut?
What's happening?
Why did this take so long?
It's like when you're listening to a podcast and someone pauses for too long. You're like, fuck, did I pause it?
Did it turn off?
Oh, and then it keeps talking. And you're like, no, someone should tell them.
Just felt weird. Oh God, now I'm immediately self-conscious. Listeners, if that happens, please write in. Let me know.
No, there are podcasts I notice it on. This one is not one of them. You can edit that out if you want, but.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so the scene that made me love Bevins is upcoming. So while Iris is away, Shep's weaselly fucking son assaults her. And what was all this? He kept calling her a little pig.
Yeah, I don't know. He's really gross.
What was that?
I don't rich people, right?
He's like, I'm a weasel, you're a pig?
Yeah, something like that. Is that fetish? A thing?
I don't know.
Is there a kids movie about that? Does that have to do with childhood trauma? Oh, God.
Oh, you know, he probably does have a lot of childhood trauma.
Oh, that's fair.
Not forgiving any of this.
No.
But like, what is happening? Very surprised. Fortunately, she still has the ice pick, stabs him. He deserves it. Yeah, so Bevins comes and like rescues, I guess, quote unquote, rescues, because he brings her right back to the game. Yeah. But this is the part that I appreciated. Bevins comes in, immediately goes up to Shep and does not mince any words. He's like, Julian, that's the Weasley son. Julian tried to rape Iris. Like, just very straightforward. We're not covering it up. Like, just immediately, like, your son fucking sucks. He was being inappropriate. I brought back your weird play piece. Yeah, I handled it. And I just appreciate, I guess, being direct and not trying to protect the weasel.
Yeah. Ugh.
And then And then, Shep tries to comfort Iris. Did you notice this? And
he's like, sorry.
Strokes her arm.
Sorry he was like that. And you're like, well, we're in a game of murdering each other, so I don't know what to tell you.
But he's explaining, oh, my son is doesn't understand propriety. And while he's saying that, he caresses Iris's arm. And I was like, I wonder where he got it. Ew, yuck. But then we're back in the game.
Yay.
We've got a big old barrel full of water versus, this is the unknown versus known round. You can be held underwater for 2 minutes, or you can open a little envelope served to you, and you don't know what is in there.
Yep.
But it's going to be
maybe not
it's
good.
It's going to be bad.
Maybe fine. We don't know.
I mean, he didn't even say, Shep was some of the envelopes are really bad, and some are not as bad as that. But he doesn't say that any are going to be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be bad. Which are you doing? I'm going barrel.
I'm going barrel. I have no idea why anybody went not barrel. Wait, okay, the first guy, he was like, I'm a gambler. So, because I'm a gambler, I would do this and this. So I'm going to go with what's in this. And then it was to hold a firecracker. And then he ended up dying of a heart attack because the shock of a stick of dynamite exploding in his hand gave him a heart attack.
Yeah. They didn't bring out a firework. They brought out TNT.
Yeah.
And then they duct taped it to his hand.
Well, so did they duct tape it to his hand just because what's-his-face said drop it? Could he have survived if he had just shut the fuck up?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, missed some digits.
He was like, just drop it whenever it explodes. And he was like, okay. And then he was like, no. And then they taped it. And I was like, oh, no, that's not good. That's not good.
Oh, God.
It might keep some things together. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's a tourniquet for your fingies.
Yeah. No.
Could the explosion cauterize it?
Maybe.
I don't know how TNT works.
I don't know
Listeners,
either.
write in.
Yeah.
How TNT work. Oh, God. And so at this point, we're down to Lucas and Sasha and Iris.
Yes.
And so Lucas also opens the envelope like fucking idiot. Choose the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And he, oh, God. It's a razor.
It's a poster.
Razor's eyeball.
Yeah.
I cannot. I was like, kill me.
Yep.
I'm tapping out.
Well, that was one thing that I was like, I don't feel like my body would allow me to do it. I feel like I would want to do it, but I don't think my body would allow me to.
I wouldn't want to do it. Bevins is going to have to kill me. I can't. My eyeball.
Damn. Do you have nerves on your eyeball? Oh, no, it hurts all the time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
My eyeballs hurt all the time.
I was like, my eyelash gets in there and hurts. I'm not taking a razor to that bad boy. And I don't even know if this is how it works. If you cut your eyeball, does all the fluid come out and now you have a little deflated?
No,
See,
it's
that's
not
what
fluid.
I'm saying.
It's hard, right? There's just fluid in one spot.
A lot of it is fluid. Yeah, I mean, there's the cornea and the bundle of nerves, but then it's fluid. Which is why
oh no, my hair's
the pressure in your eyes
is
so important.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because it's just a little sack. It's just a little balloon.
Oh. So it would just be very wet.
But I don't know. I don't know how deep do you have to go to drain your eyeball.
Oh, it's filled with a gel.
Yeah. What's it called? It's
called vitreous.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So can I, because we get scratches on our eyes all the time, right? So how deep do you have to go?
I think pretty deep. I don't think so I'm looking at a picture of an eye and you have, what are these? What are these things? Somebody point. Okay, there's nothing pointing to this. The vitreous body is pretty far back. So you have to get a full-on centimeter back there. So if you just do a solid
okay.
cut on the front, I don't think goo would come out yet. There's like a little bit of a muscle, it looks like, in between your iris. Wait, no. Okay, so we got the iris. What's this part? The lens, the posterior chamber, and then the ligaments, and then you have ciliary body muscle. But there's this thing in it. I can't share my screen, but there is a part that is between the goo. Okay. I don't know what it is. They're not describing it.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
You've got a while.
Stressed
You've got a bit.
Either
You've got
way.
a bit before you get to the goo. Is what it's looking at. So I don't think he would have gotten to the goo. I think he just would have gotten to the But there's no. I guess here you would hit some blood, but he did bleed.
Man, I'm just saying, I read a news article years ago that has stuck with me. A woman got a piece of glitter stuck in her eye, and she had to have the eye amputated. So I'm not fucking taking a razor to my eye. You can hold me underwater for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I can only hold my breath for about a minute at this altitude. So goodbye, farewell. But I'm not. Razor to eye. I cannot. I will not. I cannot.
Yeah, I don't think that it can. Oh no, I'm looking at pictures of inside of the eye. Oh no. Okay, I needed this to go away. I'm sorry. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Yeah, I would definitely do under the water. Did you try to hold your breath for 2 minutes after watching that?
Yeah, I absolutely
same
did.
here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you then read a article on how to expand or how to breathe underwater?
No, but I did start. No, just how to breathe underwater.
Okay, well, maybe. Maybe
that'd be sick. No, but I did start doing like lung capacity exercises that I learned in choir. I was perfect. Like, 1 minute's not going to cut it. We got to get higher.
Yep.
How long could you do it? I was
not very long.
Yo, you're at a high altitude, so it's harder up here, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't even think I made it to a minute. So I was like, how can I make my lungs better? What can I do? So then I just started Googling how to do that, which is gonna, Googling it gets me there, right? I don't have to do the exercises. Okay, great. I'm glad that we agree.
Yeah, no, just looking it up is fine. Here are the two that I was doing. They're both like the same structure. You sing My Country 'Tis of Thee or Yankee Doodle Went to Town. And the goal is to do them all in one breath. Okay. Which is hard. And I cannot do it. No, you're just holding your breath. You've got to do the support.
I'm going to mute. I don't want to sing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to mute.
Okay.
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. Had her in his bag and called it macaroni. Okay, so it's Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. Someone let her on his back and called it macaroni.
Stuck a feather in his cap. What? That's his whole thing.
That makes sense.
Feather in the cap.
You do stick a feather in the cap. Okay, I just haven't seen it in so long. I can do that one.
Yankee Doodle went to town
riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
Macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up.
Oh,
Yankee
there's
Doodle
more.
Dandy. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. And
let the girls be handy.
Let the girls be handy.
Oh. Is that allow sexual assault? Nah, we should go back. We should change that song.
Or is it? I don't think it's allow sexual assault because he's allowing it, right? Isn't it like?
But then, like, you're telling him,
let the girls
put their hands all over you.
No,
what if he doesn't want it?
It's handy.
Oh.
No, it's handy. They're like bringing you your feather to stick in your hat.
Define let the girls be handy.
Yeah, who was Yankee Doodle?
What does girls be handy meaning? Really? That isn't question? Okay, somebody asked it. Thank God. No? Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, no.
Simple phrase Yankee Doodle described good luck with women or women in the town to have loved Yankee Doodle. That is not an answer.
I mean, it just sounds like the women are horned up for Yankee Doodle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay because he seems like he's horned up for them. Or was he gay? We don't know history.
We don't know presents.
That's true. That's true.
But thank you for listening. Okay, we're going to look that up. We'll come back with it.
Yeah, tune in 2 weeks to find out. Oh, God. Yeah, so Sasha also chooses envelope, which
was a bad idea.
And so unfair. Her envelope said barrel.
But
that shouldn't be allowed.
4.
That shouldn't be allowed. Oh, for 4?
Yeah, for 4 minutes instead of 2 minutes.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, and that was especially hard for her because her husband had drowned their children. Mm-hmm. Child? Yeah, that sucks. And so they don't even like let her take a breath before they dunk her underwater. Bevins dunks her, and I was like, I think Bevins might have been doing her a kindness by not letting her take a breath.
Yeah.
Because she's going to die faster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was like, I don't want to hold her down for 4.
Yeah, like, she's not going to make it. And this is horrible for her. Let me just
finish it.
Do this.
Finish it.
Yeah. Iris also chooses barrel.
She does
2
fine.
minutes, though. She does fine. I mean, not fine.
Do they hold her down for an entire 2 minutes?
Not in the movie. I mean, like, not in our time. But I think that she did too. Within the universe of the movie. And this was like, she was just remembering her brother through the whole thing. That's what like kept her blood oxygen levels high. The thought of her brother.
Yeah, that's how that works. I can do that.
And this was very foreshadowing. So at the beginning of the movie, when she's like telling her brother, I'm going to be out tonight, I have a date or whatever, he says something ominous like, oh, I could use the alone time.
Yeah.
And I wrote it off at the top of the movie because I was like, everything is paced weird. This whole thing is paced weird. Like, hard to say if that's foreshadowing or just awkward because most of the movie is awkward. And then this scene, in all of her like flashbacks of her brother, he was like, oh, I'm a burden. You should drop me in the ocean. I was like, oh, okay. Got it. I see how the movie's going to end. So good job foreshadowing. And so at this point, we've got Iris, we've got Lucas. It's just the two of them. We're at our final round. And Shep says, in this round, you can either kill your opponent or you can both leave right now, no money. And we're going to flip a coin to see who goes first. And I was like, all of this pomp and circumstance. And now we're flipping a coin?
Yeah.
Can we get a little bit of razzle dazzle, please? Give me something. Iris goes first. Would you rather leave with Lucas, no money, and remember, no chemistry so far? Or would you kill him? Get the money.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, sure am.
I would leave with him. I couldn't kill someone straight up.
Yeah, let me read you my notes. I don't think I could kill a man in cold blood. Oh, wait. He's starting to manipulate her. Maybe I could.
Well, like, and I mean this in the nicest way, but the only reason Iris lasted as long as she did was because he protected her.
Yeah.
And that is pretty fucking frustrating because he was like, oh, thank God it's me and Iris. Iris isn't going to fuck me over. I've been here for her this entire time. And then she was like, man, I don't give a shit. Which, like, I understand she wants to take care of her brother, but it's still like, I mean, you got $10,000. That's going to float you for a while.
I mean, not with American.
Just move. Use the $10,000 to go to a different country.
All right.
Done.
There we go.
Refugee.
Boom. Yeah.
You can say you're from America and you have an illness. Done.
They'll be like, shit, get in here,
They'll be like,
kids.
I'm so sorry.
Whoa, and it's leukemia? Shit, dude. Yeah, no, I don't think. I think that what was going through her head at this point was like sunk cost fallacy.
Like, well, everyone's already dead. If I don't kill him, then no one.
Right. But like, that's not how it works. They're still dead.
Yeah.
You're still going to have to deal with survivor's guilt either way. But yeah, no, she just kills him. Very
Quickly.
Quickly.
Mm-hmm. No thought.
No thought. And then she's given like a duffel bag of money. And I don't think hospitals take cash.
Well, they also said that they have got everything covered for his medical stuff. So I wonder if the cash was separate from the...
Oh,
because they were like, we've already contacted
said,
the doctor who can do the bone marrow transplant. You will be...
No, they found the donor.
Oh, donor.
I don't know that they
That's
found...
It.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Surely they covered the medical. Yeah,
I assume
maybe
it was
right.
already
maybe
covered, and that was just extra cash for like the house that they just sold.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Killing it. She goes home straight away instead of going to the hospital to deal with her ice pick wound.
Yeah. And just
probably
showered.
Infected at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm a little nervous about that for her. But yeah, unfortunately she gets home and her brother has taken his own life because he didn't want to be a burden. Huge bummer. Yeah. Huge bummer.
What's the moral of the story then?
Don't try
let Lucas?
anything.
Oh, don't go to dinner parties. Don't meet new people.
Mm-hmm. Don't meet new people. Yeah. Yeah. There it is.
Don't trust billionaires. Millionaires? Don't trust people with money.
We knew that one already. Oh, you know what? I just realized that we were talking about eating humans earlier, and we could have done an eat the rich joke.
Oh.
I'll edit it. I'll fix it in post.
How much are they worth? Give me the monetary value.
Yeah.
They're worth over $2 billion? Yes. Yeah. You don't even have to. I got it. It's fine.
Eat 'em.
Do you have any Heinz 57? I love steak sauce. Yeah. Please and thank you.
Although I am worried. I think that they might be rotten.
For sure. Pepto. Tums.
Pepto. Just make yourself puke.
Oh, smart.
What do you think she did with all this money now that she doesn't have to take care of her brother? I mean, therapy, obviously.
But, like, I guess you have client-patient confidentiality, but you can't do it unless you're a harm to someone. Like, they could still tell if it's a harm to someone, right? Like, that's like, they'd have to get a very
who's telling on whom? Oh,
good therapist that would take a lot of money not to talk about what. I guess she did kill someone. So they have that on her. But that's also why I was like, why didn't the guy go to the cop? And I think he didn't go to the cops because he murdered someone. And they've got that on him. And because rich people can pin that on you.
But cops are different from therapist. I don't think that therapist can tell about past activities. I think it's only forward looking.
Okay, cool.
I have only learned that. You know what? I'll talk to Joan. Okay. I'll talk to my therapist, Joan, and find out. Because I think I've only learned that from movie. Yeah.
But then if you ask them that question, are they going to be concerned?
I mean, Joan's always low-level concerned.
Okay. Will it make Joan high-level concerned?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think my therapist is concerned about me enough, so I could ask her.
Yeah, maybe you do it. You know what? Let's both do it. Maybe it varies by state.
We'll see.
Yeah. I do have some would you rathers for you if you are interested in them. I'm going to come in hot with one that I think is, well, I don't know. I think that this will be a challenge for you, but I would be very interested if you have like an immediate knee-jerk reaction. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Like, what's your immediate thought? And then we can work through it together if you want to choose differently.
I'm so worried right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried, but now I'm worried.
I was like, what are two things that Chelsea fucking hates?
Oh, okay.
Would you rather be possessed by a demon for 1 month or have bed bugs for a year?
Possessed by a demon for 1 month. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's my answer too. That's my answer too for sure.
Absolutely. I would never with bed bugs ever again. Oh my God.
No, never. I'm going demon all the way.
I mean, I would
And you know what?
prefer neither. But if it's
Sure.
between the two,
I'm like high-fiving the demon on the way in. I'm like, have a good year, bud.
oh,
Honestly, I could use the break. You pilot the ship for a second.
be like, please return it to me in the same condition in which you found it.
Or better. This is my year of rest and relaxation.
Because bed bugs are only going to be hell. Straight up hell.
Yeah, and that's
my
gonna
hell
be
is
like-
made of bed bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, my hell is not demons. It's bed bugs.
Yeah. Great question.
Okay.
Had
Thank
an
you.
immediate answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have to shit in public restrooms for the rest of your life,
Okay. Okay.
or let one stranger shit in your bathroom once a day, every day, for the rest of your life?
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I know.
The first one didn't seem too unappealing to me, but it depends on how far the closest. I know, but that would be so weird
Right.
because like if I'm regular and I have my morning coffee and I go to the same gas station, will the gas station clerk always know that I'm taking a dump?
Yeah, he will.
Okay.
And,
Or she.
but I think that, like, sure, women can be gas station attendants too. It's 2023. I think that my bigger worry with this one is like, I've got food poisoning. It's 2 a.m. Nothing's opened.
And it has to be a public
Where
restroom?
do I shit?
Could
Yeah.
it be in public?
Sure. Yeah. You can do like bridesmaids.
That's what I was
Shit in the
thinking.
road
I've
in the
been
wedding
through
dress?
some things. That's
Sure.
happened. Not in a wedding dress, but life has happened in the past.
Yeah.
I would much rather shit in public for the rest of my life than have a stranger come into my. Is it a different stranger? Because after a while, that stranger would
Different
become.
stranger.
See, that's the thing that if it was the same one and they became like we
Yeah.
became friends, I would be like, what's
Sure,
your
yeah.
favorite? Do you like 2-ply? Do you like
Yeah. If it's
Do you like
like,
Charmin? Do you like
Laszlo.
Northern? What's the other one?
you're like, can you pick some up? Could you grab some Cottonelle on your way in
it's-
tomorrow?
Do you like? And then they come out and they're like, "Oh, love the new soap," and you're like, "See you tomorrow." Like it'd be fine
I
if it
grabbed
was the
some
same
Poo-Pourri.
one, but if it was a different one every time,
No,
like I
different.
can't guarantee that person is not
like-
gonna. Is there a guarantee that person won't do anything else?
No.
See?
I mean, you guaranteed that they're not going to hurt you.
Okay.
And any of their shenanigans are relegated to the bathroom.
No, absolutely no. When any
know.
shenanigans in the bathroom, I do not want to clean up later. I did that
I
for
know
so
there's
long.
so many shenanigans. There's so many
I would public
shenanigans.
bathroom it so hard. And I say that today I had to drive pretty far and oh my God, this is a stupid story. Get ready for it. So
I'm so ready.
we had to stop at a bathroom on the way and
Because you traveled
yes, I
today.
traveled today and there was a trash can full of vomit in front of the toilet. So then I kick it to the side because there were no other stalls available, and I try to kick it to the side. And the woman next to me starts talking to me about the vomit. And she's like, yeah, gross, right? And I was like, super gross. And she was like, yeah, I think I need to tell the attendant. And I was like, probably. And then the other girl on the other side just rips ass. And I was like, oh no, does this person think that I just agreed with them about the vomit and then I ripped ass? Like, what is happening? And then I was like,
But that's what you're going to be dealing with public
I was like, do I
shitting
need
for the
to
rest of your life.
stay in here? And then yesterday I went to the museum and I went to the bathroom, and the bathroom I went into, like the first stall I went into was clogged. So I turned around to go to a different stall. And then I noticed as I opened the door, there was an old woman behind me. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was about to back away, but she thought I was just like ignoring her. And she got angry with me and then was like, fine.
Oh.
And then went around and I was like, what? Okay, maybe I'm taking this back. Maybe strangers can
And that's what
shit
you're
all over
choosing.
my fucking toilet. I don't know.
So here's...
I've had a
I didn't
terrible
consider
public
this.
toilet experience in the last 2 days.
I'm also just like, I'm nervous in public restrooms. So how much time am I going to waste First of all, finding something that's open. Second of all, waiting in line. Third of all, checking, is there toilet paper?
Yeah,
Are
that
there
part
the
is the
seat
worst.
covers? Is everything messy? Like,
It's a
why
lot.
are sometimes the
Wait,
bathrooms
okay,
wet?
so I have
I'm
2
gonna be dealing
bathrooms.
with.
Do they use my guest
See,
bathroom?
this is where I'm going.
And I get my own bathroom?
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
That's where I'm thinking. Second bathroom,
Garbage
they're
bathroom.
in, out.
Okay.
They make a wreck of it. I hire somebody to come clean it. And I tip really well.
Uh-huh.
But like,
Well, how often would they clean
I'm
it? Every
not
day?
gonna do it.
Every once a week?
I guess it's gonna be dependent
Yeah, what
upon how
happens?
disgusting our strangers are.
That's fair. And if it's just
Like,
once
it's
a
gonna
day.
be a ho crapshoot as to whether your strangers are polite or not.
So I was like, well, if I was in Seattle, there's no way I could do it because there are no public restrooms and it's the
See,
worst.
that's the other thing. Like, you have to, every time you move, you have to be like,
Where are the public restrooms?
what's the public bathroom situation?
But in my office,
Sorry.
they did have these beautiful single stall bathrooms. And they were like, you had your own bathroom. You had your own bathroom. And it was my favorite thing in the world. And like, even when somebody got hired recently, they were like, what is one thing you need to tell a new hire? And I was like, on the second floor, there are bathrooms. There are bathrooms in which you get your own room. You do not have to share
That's
a
so
stall.
important.
You do not have to be next to someone. You can be completely alone. Do with that what you will.
That's so important.
But you should know that.
Do you know how many office bathrooms I have cried in? Do you know how many office bathrooms I have been?
We have rooms called wellness rooms
wildly-
for that.
Yeah, not in my office days. We don't. I've also, God, the number of hangovers I've had in office bathrooms, and I'm not talking like throw up hangovers. I'm talking like sitting on the toilet, leaning my head against the stall. Like, don't slump, don't fall over, don't make eye contact with somebody through the crack in the door. Just like sobbing and trying to sleep. Yeah, no, the stranger's going to have to come into my house. I don't know.
Great question, though. Great question. We dived really deep into that one.
Okay, I have 4 more.
Okay, I'll try to answer them
But
quick.
I think I'm just going to do, yeah, okay, let's see how long this next one takes.
Okay.
Would you rather the like cuff of your sleeves always be a little bit wet, like you just washed your hands
Okay.
forever?
I'm about to say no, but I'm just...
Or would you rather, what? I don't usually like potty humor. How did this happen? Would you rather be smelling rancid fart for the rest of forever?
What? I was about to say no to the wet things, but I cannot smell rancid fart. I cannot do it.
Yeah, I think I got to go wet
I have to go wet sleeves.
too. Yeah.
I almost was like, I would take anything over wet sleeves, but you said like one of the few things that I could not.
Yeah.
Yeah, wet sleeves.
Well, I think that the big difference is like rancid fart is going to like impact other sense
I will be
perceptions,
nauseous
right?
for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet sleeves sucks and it's going to irritate, but you can like experience other
Yeah,
things.
I won't. I can
And,
smell other
like,
things.
You're going to be naked sometimes for the shower. So you can
that's
have
fair.
like a reprieve.
Yeah. Wait, if I'm wearing short sleeves, will I just fill it up at the shorts?
It's up there too.
Whenever I worked at the movie theater, the amount of times that I had to wear like they would only get very, very large shirts. So I would be wearing like a triple XL. And then like my sleeve would go into the ice bucket every time while I'm getting drinks. And then like I would have to like wring them out as I was like getting.
Oh.
So I'm just going to go back to that. That was the hell that I had to live through. Loved it. 10 out of 10.
So I recently sewed a romper that has like big bell sleeves, which are so cute. And the pattern is like naked ladies all over it. I love it. But I can't do anything with these goddamn sleeves. So I was thinking, how do I need to sew like a strap and button on them so that I can like
So you can
hook 'em up.
you can exist
Get 'em out of the way.
non-fashionally.
Yeah.
You're like, I have to do something functional now.
Yeah.
I must
Yeah.
pop them back.
I gotta wash my hands, or I need to, like, it happens at like dinner tables. Like, will you pass me the thing? And I'm like, yeah, hold on, let me hold it with one hand. And yeah. Oh, wet sleeves, I suppose.
Yeah. Wet sleeves.
Wet sleeves. Okay. Did we do it?
I think we did.
I guess we
done
did.
it.
We did it. Do you have any closing thoughts on Would You Rather?
No. I want to say only one thing. The name of the rider is
Schadenfreude. What was it?
Sure.
Schlachtenhaufen.
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 Schlachtenhaufen. Schlachtenhaufen.
Listeners, when you write in, I don't know how to get like pronunciations for these people. I feel rude getting it wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know it. Okay, was it scary?
No.
Would you watch it again?
Would I watch it a third time? No.
No.
I mean, I feel like we kind of said it at the top of the episode, but yeah, I wouldn't give this a watch.
No.
I mean...
No, it's not even fun. Put it on in the background type movie. It's just...
Watchdog Soldiers.
Yeah, Watchdog Soldiers.
I'm ready to keep watching that one. Watch that one.
Yep. And join us not next week, in 2 weeks, for our final movie in the Party Games series. We'll be talking about the 2014 movie Ouija, which you can guess what the party game is there. It's the Ouija board. It's the spirit board. You got it. You get it.
Yeah.
And the summary for that movie, I've seen this movie. I don't remember anything.
Yep.
I've seen the sequel, Ouija Origin of Evil, many times. Great. I love that movie. Ouija, I don't really remember. The summary that I pulled from IMDb is a group of friends must confront their most terrifying fears when they awaken the dark powers of an ancient spirit board. So, teens. It's a teen horror.
Love it.
How do we wrap this up? You can follow us on social media at No Show
Great.
Monster. Yeah, thanks. I, Kelly Attaway, have a Blue Sky account now, and I'm just waiting for another invite code to make the No Show Monster. Please, nobody steal our handle before I get that invite code. And you can email us, noshowmonster@gmail.com. Happy spookies?
Happy spookies.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Happy spookies went to town up right and on up.
He has a
Ghosty.
macaroni in his hand.
Yeah.
No, he called it macaroni. Oh no.
He called it macaroni. That's fine.